Even though we're spending the week away from home, we can still trade. It's also a good time to study and focus and review what we've learned on the chart so far. And that's what we're going to do today. And so what we'll do first is go ahead and find a place on the charts where we can start to mark it up. And we'll go ahead and stick with the current day, and we'll use a pair that doesn't involve USD since we are on holiday here in the US. All right, and so one of the first things that we need to start doing is to go to the 15-minute time frame, and we're going to look for ways that our strategy can play out easily. Look for ways that our setup can play out easily. This is the same 15-minute break and retest of a trend line, or a 15-minute break and retest of support and resistance. So it's the same strategy all the time, but we're going to add in our supply and demand knowledge to help confirm our trades. Okay, and we can see that we can easily draw a trend line here on this 15-minute time frame. And this would be a break and retest to the upside. And so what I like to do, since we're practicing and we're going to be putting this in our notes, we're going to go ahead and get our path tool and start to draw the path of price action. So we can see that price broke through the trend line, retested the trend line, and is continuing to the upside. And this is how it looks on the 15-minute time frame. And we can see that there are some large green bars to the upside, which is giving us an indication that price is definitely going to be continuing upward. So what we'll do next is find our supply area. And we know that price left this area earlier that evening during the overnight hours, and so we'll go ahead and mark that up on the 15-minute time frame. And if we go down to the lower time frame, the 5-minute time frame, we can see that there is a large push away from this area on the 5-minute. So we've got our 3 bars there that pushed away from the supply zone. And our definition is an area where price has fallen sharply, indicating that sellers are present. All right, and so we're assuming that price is going to be continuing back up toward that area. Because we know that when price leaves a zone quickly, it most likely left some orders behind, and so price will be returning to that area to fill those orders. Okay, and so we have a fairly large green candle leaving this lower zone, and that engulfing candle is a good signal to enter into the trade. And so we would have entered after that large candle, and we could hold until price reaches the supply area. And if you'd like, you could have removed some profit at that very next level of resistance. And you can see that price did make it all the way to the supply. Also during this holiday week, I decided to try out ACFX, and I like it because I can trade directly onto TradingView. And it also doesn't require a lot of money. I only put $30 on here, and it's a great way to forward test and practice. We have a 3-bar reversal here, so this would be a good area to enter. Have the TP down here and a stop loss above the high. And so I would remove some. If I had a lot on this trade, I would remove some here and then continue on down to this area, and then maybe the next area would be down here. So you can see that it's starting to fill the fair value gap that's over here, and fill this space here. And if I had more over here, I would begin to take some off probably, And what I'll do is see what happens when it reaches this point down here, when we reach this demand zone. And so what I'll do is create an alert there